What's up? What's up? Your boy back. I want to talk about X-Men Apocalypse again. I'm gonna go deeper into it. I'm gonna pull out some of his quotes. He said, "Reason I want to talk about it, plug because absolutely unsure." Almost got tongue twisted, but yeah, we were talking about absolutely unsure, and pretty much they don't really believe that he's a savior. They feel like he's more of an oppressor. So we're gonna talk about it. Well, pretty much my opinion on X-Men, or Apocalypto or Apocalypse is he's his story is pretty much found in a lot of other text and beliefs and shit. Like the Nibiru belief is that it's melanated beings on this planet that's coming back every 3,000, 4,000, 3,400,000 years, and pretty much they check up on us and they help us out with shit. They help our DNA out and do a lot of different other things, pretty much to enhance us. And they come out pretty much check on us every few years. And if they were to come back now, they would be upset. Same with like the Sumerian text. They pretty much go into the Nibiru with Anunnaki. Some people have negative beliefs on it, but it's pretty much the same idea of somebody. Well, I guess some people believe the Anunnaki are saviors. Some believe they're oppressors. It's like the same idea as apocalypse, if you would think about it in the same light, honestly. But the story I believe in is the same story with apocalypse. I believe in a story where it's pretty much similar. Nibiru, they came here to help us out pretty much a certain time ago, and all these different things. And it talks about coming back. Oh, let me see. Cause I wrote some shit down, so I'm pretty much gonna be reading shit. And I kind of remember what I wrote, so I'm gonna be skipping over shit and then rereading it, I guess. And yeah, like I said, when they come back, they'll be highly upset. And then as within is without, like when we truly wake up within, we'll see like, oh shit, we've been living like this. We'll see that we're really in this fucked up conditions. We'll really see how mad and like we'll really get big mad. That's what I was gonna say. To get big mad about, like when you wake up and you really see how this world fucked up, you're gonna be big mad. You're not gonna be peaceful and happy. But even with the second coming of Jesus, like the revelations, it's not a happy time. It's not a peaceful time for people. Like it's time for people that's been fucking up to get their shit. It's time to get their shit, man. That's pretty much it. It's time to get these hands. But X-Men Apocalypse was pretty much a story of Revelations because of the four horsemen. That story's in the New Testament. The four horsemen are pretty much people that are released to tell people about the upcoming events of divine apocalypse and how it's going to bring the world last judgment. The word for it is like a harbinger, and pretty much it's like I said, they bring forth the coming events like they prophesize and things like that. And pretty much, I mean, of course, X-Men 4 horsemen got powers and shit like that, but the story is straight out the Bible. And like I told people, Apocalypse is pretty much Jesus or one of God's saviors or some shit like that. And I mean, the X-Men fight against them, like I said, previous shit. So now you thinking Apocalypse is bad, but I mean, maybe through these next couple quotes you'll understand what I'm saying. But when he first meets Storm, he starts learning through the TV or whatever. The first thing he sees is money, like the stock markets. He sees presidents of America or other dictatorships, and he says superpowers, and he was like, the weak has taken the earth. I was betrayed. False gods and idols no more. I have returned. And pretty much when he said the weak hasn't taken the earth, that's like the meek will inherit the earth and all these different things where we have to go through our struggle. We have to, wake up again. That's pretty much the same story. But and then he said, I have returned. That's saying like your false gods and idols won't be shit when you really see who you are. And like, if you listen to this story as within as without, as in, it's not just about some outside gods. It's also about if you're the children of God, you're waking up too. And a lot of people don't see themselves as the children of God. So when God come back, they see themselves as the outside source of it. So they scared of it. But if your father or your mother came back, or they both came back, like you would be happy, you would love them, you would want to hug them. Like You're not gonna be scared because they're here to save you. If you study Christianity or any other thing where you need to be saved, like when your Savior comes, you're supposed to be happy, not scared. But they're teaching you to fear your Savior. But hopefully you'll hear this in a couple more of these quotes. At the end of the little TV monologue, he says he sees Magneto saying, "A new tomorrow starts today," and he said that in the old movie, Days Future Past or whatever, when he was pretty much changing some shit up, and pretty much he seen Magneto as, one of his candidates to be his horseman, because Magneto was already bringing change in the world before the guys came back, so it's only right to let him rock with him, let me rock, man, let me rock. Storm asks where he's from, and he says he came before a time man was lost. And then she was like, "Welcome to the 80s," just implying that how lost we are and shit like that. And then he goes on to say, he was like, I was here before a time man was lost. He says, "The world needs to be saved." And then Storm replies, "You can't go around just killing whoever you want. There's laws and systems in place for that." And then he looks at her and touches her and he says, "My child, why do you enslave yourself?" And like I said, when we wake up and truly see our power, he was only just waking up something inside of her, enslaving herself. He just helped her. He just unlocked the shit that she already had. Same with when Nibiru come back, or same with the Anunnaki, same with Jesus, same with any of these different beings. When they come back, these energies come back, they're gonna unlock shit. Period. Point blank, period. You're going to see that you're truly a part of God. You're a part of everything. You will truly see it. Some people see it now, but like I said, watch out for these movies. I said it before, but now I'm just going into further details to prove my case why I fuck with Apocalypse. And then he was blue, and if you look into so many different things on why blue is a significant reason to the black beings and the melanated beings, blue is one of those melanated colors too. And if the Nibiru people come back, they might fuck around and be blue. I feel like I feel like I seen an alien picture recently. It might have been fake, which I don't believe in any alien shit, but they tried to make them a little bluish black, and it's just I'm trying to tell you niggas, all this shit is a part of each other. There's other people on YouTube like Judah, what's his name, Chronicles of Judah, or not Chronicles, it's one of them dudes, they Judah something, where they break down shit and just get into the Bible even more and talk about how blue is pretty much a ribbon of us. That's one of our ribbons, and how it shows who we are or whatever. But not fully invested into the Bible, so I don't know everything about it. But I will teach you what I do know. When he says he tells her, "My child, why do you enslave yourself?" After that, he goes on to start destroying the nukes and the subs, and he starts delivering a speech. An amazing speech, I might add. He says, no more stones, no more spears, no more slings, no more weapons. From that little part right there, it's just no more weapons should prosper against God or his children ever again. It says it's in the Bible, but of course we see weapons against us prospering, maybe for our own growth, and not even maybe, it is for our own growth and all these things. Like he said, it's already been prophesied that the meek will inherit the earth, and we're going to have to learn from that shit. So, but now that time is over, there's no more weapons. Like I said, he returned. No more weapons, none of that. Nothing shall prosper. Then he goes on to say no more systems, no more superpowers, which means the oppressors, because he was talking about how, like I said, all these people are in control of his children, are raping his children, making them do all different things, pretty much enslaving them, making them enslave themselves and all different types of things. But now that shit is over because he's returned. So much faith in their tools and their machines. Bro, we believe everything they do is unflawed. We believe everything they do is unfathomable. We believe every building we live in is just amazingly built. We just believe in man, but more than we believe in God and our body and all these different things. We believe in man can fix the body and make the body perfect, but we don't believe God has already done that. And a lot of people, I've been realizing with the argument of evolution is, or adaptation and all this different things about how things change over time. It was how did you not know this was already built inside that creature to change over time? You're your perception of time makes you think like it adapted or something, but this was already a part of his growth that you've never seen. Like if you've seen a caterpillar turn into a butterfly for the first time, you'll be like, what the fuck? But that's his natural process. You just never seen this natural process all the way grow out. And like from the man or human perspective, nigga, we only been on this earth for so long, we don't know shit. Point blank, period. And okay, let me see, where was I? So much faith in their tools, so much faith in their machines. And then he goes on to say, you can fire your arrows from the Tower of Babel, but you can never strike God. First of all, that's right out the Bible. They created the Tower of Babel to try to reach the heavens or whatever. And God changed all their tongues so they couldn't speak the same language and couldn't create together. That, first of all, story in the Bible is kind of bullshit because, I mean, I've worked with all type of people that don't speak the same language with me, and we was pretty successful. But it just shows the division that they started building with that shit. But still, how does he know about the Tower of Babel? Like, if he's like this ancient thing, ancient being, how does he know about that? Why is he talking about religious shit? Why is he in the Bible? Why, like, what is he, what? Why does he pull right directly from the Bible in this movie of Apocalypse? I don't know. It just, think about it, bro. It's clearly he's the universe. He's God. He's that other symbol that they want us to go against subconsciously, even though that he's for us to come save us. He said you can never fire your arrow. You can fire your arrows from the Tower of Babel, but you never can strike God. And when they was firing the top, when he said that the nuclear bombs, they was like, where are they? They was like, America, India, Israel, all these people had their nuclear bombs was pretty much sent off already, and they didn't know how it happened, but pretty much Apocalypse did it. And at the time, they asked, they was like, where are they all heading? And they just said up. And pretty much, there's a lot of other shit they can tie into that today when they got all these mass weapons or whatever, and they're trying to get ready for the fight the heavens. Pretty much, I think that was symbolism of that. They were all going up because they're trying to fight the heavens and shit like that when they try to break the dome and do other different things. But yeah, Operation Fishbowl. But what I want to say, yeah, pretty much they're going to try to strike God, but none of their arrows, none of their shit's going to affect it. Like he said, no weapons shall prosper. It's the same shit, right? I'm just saying. It's in the Bible, bro. Let's see. I can't read my own handwriting. Later, when he's building the pyramids, like this is after he destroys the bombs and all the submarines, and now the weapons are gone, and pretty much the people of government and power don't have any of their guns. They don't have any weapons anymore to control the children of God. The children of God is free. Only thing they have to do now is unlock their self, free their self. Okay, later when he's building the pyramid, he says, this was meant to be the center of the universe before I was betrayed. Now it will be. First of all, flat earth reference, because that's the center of the universe. This is just an infinite plane that keeps going on and keeps going on, whatever. So many other different theories about this being the center of the universe. I talked about that before. Like, it's the North Star is the center of everything. That's the magnetic pole of everything, and everything is connected and stacked upon the North Pole. Point blank, period. That all flows out from a plane. But whatever, I really don't even care about that. I'm just saying, bro. The fact that he said this was supposed to be the center of the universe, and before I was betrayed. Now, I think that there alone shows, was he an oppressor or a savior? Because he didn't say before I was betrayed this was supposed to be hell, or before it was supposed to be my kingdom, or before. He said the center of the universe. He might not even be God. He might just be a warrior from the universe, trying to come back and realign it with what it was supposed to be. Like when I say Beerus the cat, when he's just a warrior he just a pawn and part of a system that he needs to follow to help the overall righteousness outcome. But XMen, of course, didn't understand him because they don't understand the complexities of a God. Most people won't. I truly don't fully comprehend everything. Yes, I get it to a certain extent, but yeah, I mean, I might do a little wrap up video because I'm at 15 minutes. But yeah, this is XMen Apocalypse, the greatest. Oh, that's what I wanted to say. Other